Fentanyl, a synthetic opioid, 50 times more potent than heroin and far more deadly than most realize. Designed for severe pain, it's now a cheap, powerful killer on the streets, lurking in plain sight. Mixed into heroin, cocaine, counterfeit pills, just a few grains can stop a heart, ending a life in seconds. It's Russian roulette, and most don't even know they're playing this deadly game. This isn't yesterday's drug crisis. It's a new, terrifying epidemic sweeping through communities. In Florida, the impact is catastrophic. Lives lost in silence, families shattered and forever changed. Paramedics, police, parents, they all tell the same story. A life gone in an instant. Fentanyl doesn't discriminate. It finds college students, workers, retirees. No one is immune. Addiction becomes a prison, and fentanyl is the most ruthless jailer imaginable. Numbers are staggering, but numbers can't show a mother's hollowed eyes or a paramedic's exhaustion. Fentanyl has changed addiction from a chronic disease to an immediate death sentence for many. Even seasoned users are unprepared. Every purchase could be the very last. The streets are flooded with danger, and fear is everywhere, growing each day. This is the new face of addiction in Florida, and it's changing fast. The crisis is relentless, and the stakes are truly life and death. The question is, what do we do now, and how do we fight back? Drive the I-4 corridor or Miami's expressways and you'll see it. Tents and tarps under bridges, makeshift homes in forgotten corners. These are communities born of necessity, where people share food and watch out for each other. Life here is lived on the edge. Constant threats, no sanitation, brutal weather. Addiction is ever present. For many, drugs are a way to numb the pain of the streets. In downtown Orlando, the city's beauty is a backdrop for human suffering. The contrast is jarring. Tourists laughing just feet from someone trying to sleep. Wealth and poverty exist side by side, a tension that defines modern Florida. The tent under the bridge is as much a part of the landscape as the palm trees. I met Maria near a Tampa bus station, carefully organizing her few remaining belongings, her life packed into bags. She once lived the Florida dream. Steady hotel job, a cozy apartment, and sunny beach days with her 2 daughters. But a sudden back injury changed everything for her. Painkillers helped at first, but then the prescriptions ran out. The pain, however, remained. Desperate, she took pills from a friend, laced with fentanyl, which pulled her into the grip of addiction. She lost her job, her home, and, most painfully, her daughters. I became a ghost in my own life, she whispered, voice trembling. Now survival is a daily struggle, navigating shelters, soup kitchens, and danger lurking everywhere. The hardest part? Invisibility. People look right through you, she said quietly. Her story isn't unique. One misfortune, a medical issue, a job loss can start the slide for anyone. Maria clings to hope, carrying a faded photo of her daughters everywhere she goes. She dreams of getting clean, of being the mother her daughters truly deserve. But resources are scarce. For every Maria in detox, hundreds more wait for help. Her story is a reminder. People on the streets are individuals, each with a lost dream and a past. The system meant to help often fails those who need it most, leaving many behind. Maria's journey shows just how quickly a life can unravel and how hard it is to rebuild. The crisis is personal, and it's everywhere. We can't look away any longer. David, a Miami-Dade paramedic, has witnessed the city change before his eyes. It used to be car crashes, heart attacks. Now it's overdoses, mostly fentanyl, and it's everywhere. Paramedics are now frontline soldiers in a relentless chemical war. Overdose calls come from everywhere. Gas stations, libraries, even luxury cars parked on quiet streets. The victims are getting younger. Teens, early 20s, sometimes even younger. The scene is always the same. Someone blue, not breathing. Frantic calls for help echoing in the night. Narcan can bring people back from the brink, but it's a temporary fix, not a cure. Sometimes people use fentanyl knowing someone has Narcan on hand, risking everything. David sees the same faces again and again, a revolving door of despair and addiction. The emotional toll is immense, weighing on every paramedic. You save a life, but for how long? He wonders. Some calls end in tragedy. Too late, even for Narcan to help. Telling a mother her child is gone never gets easier. Paramedics are heroes, but they carry scars from this endless, exhausting war. The crisis wears them down, but they keep fighting, night after night. Every call is a battle for someone's life, and every second counts. In a small Orlando outreach center, Sarah and her volunteers offer refuge, hot meals, clean clothes, dignity. No judgment, no paperwork, just respect. We're not saving the world, Sarah says. Just one person, one day. The center runs on donations and relentless compassion. Helpers are everywhere. Church groups, volunteers, advocates. Mike, a retired contractor, hands out water, snacks, and harm reduction kits. If a test strip saves a life, I've done something good, he says. The goal: keep people alive long enough for recovery to be possible. Helpers see relapses and heartbreak, but also small victories. Someone enters treatment, someone gets back on their feet, a thank you note arrives. These moments of light keep them going. Compassion is an active force, not just a feeling. The resilience of the human spirit is found in both those who give and those who receive. Even in darkness, there is hope. For most travelers, Florida is a curated stage, pristine highways, perfect resorts. Poverty and addiction are hidden behind sound barriers and clever planning. But the cracks are showing. The crisis is too big to hide. Tourists now see poverty and homelessness just steps from their hotels. It's a tale of two cities, one for tourists, one for residents, and a third for those cast out of both. The presence of the crisis changes the atmosphere, sadness and tension beneath the sunshine. The traveler faces a choice: ignore the reality, or see the place in all its complexity. The tourist's gaze can reinforce walls or help break them down. It's easy to judge from a distance, to create a story about someone on the street. But the truth is more complicated. Systemic failures, bad luck, the brain's vulnerability to addiction. Compassion isn't pity. It's recognizing our shared humanity. The line between comfort and crisis is thinner than we think. Empathy starts with seeing the person, not the problem. This crisis isn't just Florida's. It's a symptom of a fraying social safety net. Solutions require treatment, housing, prevention, and a shift in our hearts. As travelers and citizens, we can choose to see, to care, to support local helpers. The first step: look and see the human being in front of you. That's where change begins. Leaving Florida, the images linger. Sunsets mixed with tent cities, laughter with paramedics' exhaustion. Florida is contradiction, beauty and pain, hope and despair. The road ahead is uncertain, but hope exists in Maria's resilience, in helpers' dedication, in paramedics' courage. Hope is found in small acts of kindness and defiance. As travelers, we're witnesses. What we see can change us, and how we see the world. Next time you visit, look beyond the postcard view. Ask questions. Listen. See the invisible. The real stories aren't in guidebooks. They're on the streets, in shelters, in people's hearts. The world is vast and beautiful, but also full of suffering. To travel with open eyes and heart is to accept both truths. Seek connection, not just consumption. The stories are out there, waiting to be heard. Subscribe for more stories that show the world as it truly is.